You take the blue pill, you wake up, and you believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, and I'm going to tell you some weird shit, man. Oh, yeah. I'm Oz.
And I'm
taking
Nathan.
these off.
Yeah, that's just set dressing.
This isn't the Matrix as much as the Gnostics will have you believe.
But we're here to talk about the Matrix, aren't we, Oz?
Yes.
Because the new trailers came out for Matrix 4. And we thought it's a very good time to talk about the original movie, because we both have seen it.
So
and
good.
We loved that movie. That was
It's an incredible movie.
The sequels were... look, that's another topic, but for now, I think today if we can talk about why the original one was so good, and what we think about the trailer for Matrix 4, and what we think number 4 is going to be like.
Yes.
Because I think we both had concerns about that trailer, didn't we? It looked a bit...
We did, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess let's begin with your thoughts of The Matrix.
The first one?
Yeah.
Okay, so The Matrix is an incredible movie, I think, mainly because of the... whoever did principal photography was just like a genius. Everything is framed beautifully.
Yeah.
All the fight scenes, all of the dialogue, everything looks gorgeous. And then it's got really cool themes about, like, what is reality and, you know, what can you believe is real and what is real? What is real? It borders Palestine. And so, yeah, and also about, there's an anti-authoritarian message in there about, like, you know, breaking free from the lies and getting freedom and whoa, man, and all that sort of stuff, which I love.
It's Oz's favourite pastime.
Exactly, man. Literally, I'm a registered red pill dealer, okay? I love... Alright, I'm getting another one. Gay frogs.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. The first one was really good. When you talk about the fight scenes and how good the camera setup was, I totally agree. Because remember, most fight scenes in movies are very, like, camera shaky, and it's more sound effects than there's actual choreography. Even though, like, sometimes you see behind the scenes and they've done, like, all the cool stuff you need to do in the actual movie. It sucks. But The Matrix, great cinematography, awesome effects that... look, they don't live up to today's standards, but they have this, like... It's like the retro video games, you know? They may not look as good as they could now, but there's just an element of beauty to them because there's, like, a... Yeah.
Well, the CG that doesn't stand up is specifically, well, just the CG, right? All the fight scenes are great.
Yeah.
The robots, the machines look... Yeah. And I think the reason why The Matrix holds up a lot better than the sequels to The Matrix is because in the first one, they use the CG sparingly, right? It's only for when the agents take over people or the robots, right?
Yeah.
And so all the fight scenes, they're all, you know, regular hand-to-hand just filmed, right? Real time. But then with the sequels, all the fight scenes are bloody rubber people who are all CG'd and all that, you know?
Yeah.
There's no impact, there's no... nothing. It looks so fake, all of it. So I think that's the big difference right there.
Yeah, like, I think it's in the second one when he's waiting for Mr. Smith after he's talking to the Oracle.
Sorry, who?
I don't...
Mr. Smith?
Who is his name?
Hi, I'm Mr. Smith. You're Mr. Anderson. Where's Morpheus?
Agent Smith.
Agent
Smith.
Yeah,
Sorry.
there you go. Now he sounds menacing. Agent Smith versus Mr. Smith? Is Mr. Smith going out with Angelina Jolie? Like... Come on, man.
That was a dumb moment, I will admit that. No, Agent Smith. There's that fight scene where Neo's fighting, like, just a whole bunch of Agent Smiths. That scene, as impressive as it was for the day, you can just see that they look very rubbery.
Yeah.
Especially Neo. He looks like a little action figure character.
Yeah.
So, look, despite the graphics not holding up, we're not going to chill on it because of that, because there's so many more elements that hold this movie up.
Oh, yeah.
Compared to, you know... the dated CG.
It you know, perfectly follows the hero's journey. It's got all this, you know, I don't want to say kind of Gnostic, but maybe my understanding of what Gnosticism is wrong, but, like, you know, about reality being some form of a simulation, higher beings above us, using us as cattle and stuff like that. Which, I mean, you don't really need to go into spirituality for that. You can just go into modern politics.
Yeah. I like the elements because I'm a computer nerd, and Neo was a hacker and did cool stuff, and then it's just, the Matrix. Matrix.
Just the Matrix.
Just the Matrix. I know Kung Fu now.
I said it wrong again.
What does he say?
He just says, I know Kung Fu.
Damn it.
And he says, I know Kung Fu.
I know Kung Fu. Yeah.
I know Kung Fu now.
That's how I would have read the line. Sorry.
Bloody bootleg Chinese rip of the Matrix.
It's like the when you get a Bluetooth speaker and it's like the dive so fast. Like it's like really like messed up. It's like that. I know Kung Fu now.
Dodge this now. You take the red pill now.
Just have an Asian version of the Matrix.
More Indian, no?
Take the red pill now. Bollywood Matrix would be. I reckon they've done that. I reckon there's a Bollywood Matrix, and I want to see that.
What would Neo's name be?
Oh, I don't know any of the Indian names.
From like Singh or something.
Yeah, something badass. No, Bollywood action films are. But we're getting off topic.
We are getting off topic. Back to the Matrix. Just stop quoting it incorrectly.
I'm sorry.
When's the last time you watched it?
I think it would have been like the start of last year.
Really?
Yeah, I haven't watched it in a while.
I watched it last month.
Yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah.
Overdose on red pills almost.
There's more blue pills soon. By the end, you're gonna have to have some of those.
No.
You know what I like about the first Matrix?
What?
Is that you don't need to watch the other two to enjoy the film.
In fact, you probably enjoy the first one more if you don't.
Yeah. Like, the ending is great. It does leave you open for more, but you can walk away from the cinema knowing that was a good movie and that's the end.
There was, however, a lot to love about the sequels.
Yeah.
There was. There weren't great movies as great as the first one, but like the highway fight scene in the second one, that was incredible. Just, who knew Lawrence Fishburne with a samurai sword on a truck would be so Kino?
It was so good.
He's literally just like, what, yo? What? Give me a movie of just that.
You know what? Okay. Yeah, the sequels suck compared to the original, but they're still good movies.
Yeah,
like if
decent.
the first Matrix hadn't come out and you got those two, they have issues, but so does every other movie. I feel like that, and especially compared to like modern day sequels that are absolutely hollow and I mean, just look at the channel and any opinion Shad has on any sequels, then then you'll see that like there's lots of issues that we have now that weren't as prevalent as they were in those older sequels. Like they're still good. They have some amazing set pieces.
Yeah.
And the story's still like enjoyable. I've never walked or like stopped watching a Matrix movie because I was bored.
Do you understand what the point of the one was, though? Do you understand how he comes to be? Because a lot of people don't.
Please.
Okay, so
let me know.
Within any system that's complicated enough, that's running like multiple mathematical equations, like there's always going to be like remainders, and so basically the one is the one that's carried.
Yeah.
In any he's and that's about as far as I got with the theory video.
Okay, and then you were done.
And then I was done. But there was a Reddit comment that I read. Sorry for using Reddit. I don't anymore. I'm clean now. Basically representing that like if it was like a logical system, what's his name? Agent Smith, Mr. Smith represented as 0, and
Neo
was the 1, right? Yep. And that if it was a logical OR, then that means that Smith won. But since it was an AND, Neo won. I don't get it either. I hope he did. He's big brain enough. He has glasses, so...
Yeah, it's just programming logic, basically.
Does that make sense, though?
Yeah, I mean... I'd have to write it down to look at it to make sure, because, Google my...
I'm guessing it makes sense because, like, logically, like, an OR is one of the two, and since Smith won, then obviously it would be Smith, but if it was an AND, it was like Smith won, and So
Yeah.
continue. Anyway, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, so that's who the One was. He was just a byproduct of the system that would always come about, and he was used to reset the system.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. We watched it in high school, and they made it like this, the example of like Christ and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only like kind of parallels.
The theme that they drew from it.
Yeah.
There's a lot more, though.
It was a Catholic school. What are they going to do? You know?
But that's the thing, though. Again, like, comment atheists out there, you can hit me up for this. That's fine. I'll defend it in the comments. But, like, every single hero's story is based on the Christ story. And here's the thing, right? Think about the word heroes. He rose. Yeah. And also, when Neo did sacrifice himself at the end of the last movie, it literally has a cross on his chest in light.
Yeah. That's a bit blatant, I think.
Yeah. That's not as blatant as Zack Snyder. You seen Zack Snyder with the Superman thing? Have you seen that one? Where where Superman goes to speak to a priest who's like, I got to turn myself into these aliens. And like, as he's saying, he's like, I'm really not sure what to do. In the background, there's a big picture of Jesus. It's like, come on, Zack. You're not better than this. Just stop making movies, man. Anyway, what were we talking about?
The Matrix.
Yeah, The Matrix. Themes, people. Themes.
Strong themes in that movie. And you can... Different themes, too. It's not just like the one...
No, it is
typical,
the one.
Or, you know what I mean. Like, we can draw different themes from it. There's lots of... Like, that's what makes it a good movie, is that anyone can watch it and they can get a different theme and opinion on it.
Yeah. Like, for example, like... Unbased people would think like, man, I would not take that red pill, right? And then based people would be like, whoa, man. No, just whoa, man. That's all that.
Whoa, man.
Whoa, man.
Yeah.
And like the way the Matrix works is based around like 90s freaking and dial-up internet, which is awesome.
I love the 90s.
Yeah. I don't. I'm glad we're out of there.
Yeah, me too. But
felt fake.
I like the 90s technology because it's retro enough now that it's cool. But before it was just annoying. Like growing up.
For me, it's like it just feels fake. You know. For me, my favorite era is you go like even 70s was fake, like 50s, and then now. Everything between that sucked. Think about it. Vietnam, Nixon. We didn't start the fire.
Politically and stuff, I totally agree. We've had some rough times. Like I talked to my dad about, different decades, and he was like, "Oh, that decade sucked."
Yeah, and they're like,
that
"Whoa,
decade sucked."
Well, tell me about 2021, Dad. Oh, worst.
Yeah. But no, I mean in terms of like pop culture and technology, we get some pretty cool stuff in the hard hitting times.
Yeah.
Like, sure, it's been a rough little time for us, but we've had some, movies, that's a bit debatable, but games and like books and some TV shows have been pretty good in... Is that something that like happens when there's like bad things happening in the world, we get good entertainment?
Not in 2021. In fact, that's probably why there's a lot of people out on the street right now. It's because there's nothing to watch on TV. It's all crap. Yeah.
But yeah, Matrix, good movie, good characters. Really memorable characters.
Who's your favourite character?
I mean, Morpheus is pretty badass.
Everyone loves Morpheus. Because Neo's a bit blank, right?
Yeah.
So is Carrie-Anne Moss Trinity, but Morpheus is just like so charismatic. Yeah. Morpheus and Agent Smith, two favourite characters right there. You can't get around.
No, I completely agree with yours. Because like, as much as I love Neo and Trinity and is it the Oracle?
Yes.
Like,
Oracle's the Black Lady.
Yeah. Like, they're all cool. But like, Morpheus, when he's like... No matter what he does, you're like, oh, what a cool guy. Like, he's just sitting outside when they're, like, outside the Matrix. He's just chilling. I'm like, oh, what a cool guy. Can't sleep. Typical. When he's in the Matrix, oh, what a cool guy. He's going to beat up some agent. Like, oh.
Maybe it's just the mentor archetype, because he's the mentor, right?
Yeah.
Think about it. Like, in Star Wars Episode 1, who was cooler, Luke or Obi-Wan?
Qui-Gon.
Star Wars Episode 4, my bad. No, that was my bad there. See, we all make mistakes sometimes. Yeah, like they made two other Matrix movies. But, yeah, so who was cooler, Obi-Wan or Luke?
It was Obi-Wan.
Exactly.
And it's the same...
And Qui-Gon was the coolest in Episode 1. What's another one? Give me another one.
Luke was cool in the, like, what are they called?
Sequels.
The dumb ones.
Yeah.
Like, Luke was cool. Han was cool. Because they're all mental characters.
Yeah.
And I think
like
about...
Gandalf as well.
Yeah. Okay. I've now agreed. The coolest characters in stories are the mentors.
And I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because the mentor represents the father figure, right? Which is typically like an older man that you know that isn't your father, but you like respect him and like basically love the dude, right? And the hero character is something that you project yourself onto. And since you and I have low self-esteem, we're like, the hero character can bugger off. Gandalf! Love you, man. Anyway. We're talking about the Matrix. We're allowed to get into themes like psychology and brain and themes.
Storytelling, projection onto
themes.
Characters.
Yep.
Like, yeah, it's all relevant to the Matrix.
And themes.
Should we talk about the trailer now for 4?
Yep.
Or your first impressions?
I was like,
if you haven't... Sorry, Oz.
Okay.
If you haven't seen it, go watch it.
Go watch it. Right
go
now.
watch it.
Pause
and
the video, go watch it.
Come back to us.
Yeah. So, I was watching it and I'm like, okay, I'm seeing what they're doing here. The visuals are a bit like, they're a bit colourful for the Matrix, not exactly what I expected. But at the same time, right, I don't know, like, the Wachowskis are going for a different thing. Not everything's green now.
You know, it wasn't as green as it was in, like, so I learnt this. The VHS tapes were greener than the original movie.
Really?
Yeah. It was an issue with the colour grading.
And it just worked out.
And it became a trend. Then, like, all these movies started being, like, more green because of an error.
Yeah. It was an error. Whatever. Yeah, so I liked I think they're going for the whole, like, 2020, everything needs to be incredibly vibrant, right? Which, I mean, take it with the decade, I guess. And I was worried about, you know, them being political with stuff. But it's the Matrix, you know, like they've already got the red pill and blue pill. They've already got the, you know, government agents bad, which based. And I think that they're probably going to do a bit more of that stuff. And again, like this might get me cancelled, but I'm beyond that point now. It had him like, you know, in the with the psychiatrist probably, who was giving him the blue pills prescribed, just taking 5 of those things a day like you were just to stay sane. You know, and it's like he's got the blue-rimmed sunglasses, and it's like, no, we don't want to trigger you. This is a safe space. You can talk about whatever you like here. We don't say the word crazy. Like, stuff like that, right? Like, that's clearly bad. That's being mollycoddled. That's being coddled, okay? Like, that stuff is not good for you up here, especially if you're having problems with, like, the world, okay? And then it's like, all of a sudden, it's like, you want some truth, man? I'll show you some things, bro. You know what I mean? Whoa, no, I'm kidding. So yeah, I'm thinking it might be based.
I am worried that it won't be. At first I was like, oh, this is a bit interesting because, well, stars Neo's got long hair and a beard. Just probably because someone didn't want to shave or get a haircut. He's got a look that's trending for him. And
John Wick, I mean, look, he's getting older. His face is getting a bit saggy, if you haven't noticed. So let him keep the beard.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, what movie was he not shaved? Like, he had long hair, but he didn't.
Well, he was shaved in that movie. Bill and Ted's Time to Face
He still looks pretty decent. And look,
he's sagging a bit, though.
Yeah, but it
like
comes with
50.
age.
Yeah,
He's gonna age gracefully. Like, accept it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think... I mean, I don't know.
Okay, imagine if they shaved Gandalf, dude. Like, there you go. What are you going to do about that?
That's different, though.
No, it's not. Completely the same.
That would look very strange, though.
I know, right?
Yeah.
What if they shaved Gimli? Completely, head to toe. Naked. What if they oiled him up?
Okay, stop. Oz, in your own time, please.
Okay.
Because, yeah, My main impression I got from the trailer was it's going to be very much like Force Awakens.
Yeah, with a bit of revision. And,
it's like, it's the same as the original, but it's just there to bring you nostalgia.
Well, they've definitely got nods to it, right? But it seems like they're doing things like, you know, for example, they're able to open doors that go to different places now.
Like, they'll change things up, you know.
Yeah.
Give Rey an orange lightsaber.
Yeah, fair enough.
Would you know that online? Man, that's 5 seconds of screen time, and they're just banking on that now.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just had to let that out.
Dude,
in the video.
Porgs. You know, those little things that Chewbacca ate. I actually want to eat one of those now. They sold me a genetically modified
That was
chicken.
so funny though when he's just... That was a good bit. I had a good chuckle there.
You found something enjoyable about those movies.
Yeah, I feel one.
I won't
Yeah,
tell Shad, okay? Just don't repeat.
one thing, which is when and then in The Rise of Skywalker, I enjoyed. Actually, no, I didn't enjoy. I was going to say when it was over.
Yeah.
Because once it was over, I was very hollow. But we're not talking about Star Wars.
Yeah,
we're talking about the Matrix.
Shad's talked about that enough for the rest of us. But yeah, like, so you know how they had the we talked about this before. They had the freaking and dial-up internet for and by the way, it's freaking with a PH because it was like hacking using phones and stuff like that, and like social manipulation to get people on phone lines because phone lines were big in the 90s.
Dial-up.
Yeah, and so like if they wanted to connect to the Matrix, they had to make a call into the Matrix, and that, you know, it was like that was the thing, right? But now that we have digital internet, right, and Wi-Fi and stuff, like with the doors opening and stuff like that, go to different places, they look like, to me, that's like a visual representation of like a link, like an internet link, you know? Yeah. So instead of having to navigate through phone lines and stuff like that, they could just open a door, boom, they're there, you know? And that's from the old Matrix with the Keymaker. So I wonder what other things, like how do they connect to the Matrix now?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I've got lots of questions as
Like a
well.
friend request?
Because
Can I join your Discord? Yeah.
oh my god. Oh
Matrix.
no, I do not. Oh, I don't want Discord in the Matrix. No, I'm just interested to see how, because I always thought of this when watching the old Matrix movies. Of like if they made this in like 2020 or whatever, when everyone has smartphones.
Yeah.
Like when Agent Smith comes, you just get out your phone and make a call, and then. So. I'm interested to see how they... Because they're going to have to change things. Things have to change for it to be... Yeah, I don't know.
Well, they've updated the look of the robots.
Yeah.
They've made them look a bit more glowy and transformy, which it's 2020. Every robot does that now. Every robot is spiky, spider being, whatever you call it. Yeah, so they've updated everything. Colours look different. There's going to be a ton of CG. You can see that in the trailer already.
I just hope that they do it as good as they did with the old ones, that they like it serves a purpose.
I preferred it when the CG looked cleaner. You know what I mean? There wasn't like distortion or anything. Like when it was stopping the bullets, there wasn't any, you know, fake distortion. It was just looked cleaner.
Yeah,
I liked it. You know, sterile like a computer game. But now it's all like got more visual effects than a bloody game of Battlefield. You know, it's just like
too many lens flares.
Too many lens flares. You know.
Did JJ film this one?
No, you beat me to it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but look, I do want to see their 2020 version of the Matrix, because they've always got social commentary in their movies, you know? What do? They did Jupiter Ascending. They did... V for Vendetta. They produced that. They did Sense8, which is a TV show, and then there was another one. Cloud Atlas. Okay, Cloud Atlas and Jupiter Ascending were awful, apparently. I haven't seen either of them. But yeah. Social commentary by the Wachowskis is... I mean, for The Matrix it was great. Yeah.
I'm just curious to see if they still got it. Or if this is going to be...
Well, it's only one of the Wachowskis now.
True.
Yeah.
Just directing it?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if it was written by both, you know. Maybe Will Smith will do a cameo in this. Who knows?
Maybe they get The Rock. Or, what's that annoying British guy that's in every single...
Idris Elba.
Yeah, like...
The black dude? Idris Elba?
No. The talk show...
Corbyn. James Corbyn.
Yeah. If he's in anything, I immediately just... hate it.
Yeah.
Cats? Nah. French Union? Nah. I remember he was in one episode of Doctor Who back in the day. He was his dad. Loved him. Great. But now he's in bloody everything. And everything he touches just...
Turns to shit.
I don't know what it is.
The poop touch.
Yeah. He does. So, I don't think he'll be in this.
Although, to be fair, right, if you took him out of Cats, I don't think the movie would be that much.
But for some reason, whenever he's in something, you know it's not going to be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who else would you like to see in The Matrix?
I want to see, I can't remember the actor's name, the Aussie dude, the guy who played Agent Smith. I want to see him come back.
Yeah.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah, because they had a different agent in the trailer, and I was like, come on, give me Give me Agent Smith.
They've also got the same agent, because there was another agent in the first Matrix movies who's like a stuntman actor, and he kept himself in great shape apparently, so they're keeping him in this one. Yeah. I like the agents, like how they move now. Like, it looks fine to me. It looks more realistic. They're ducking around like that with the, dodging bullets and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for this movie to come out. I'm very keen to see it, but I'm also very anxious because growing up as well, I had a stage where I watched all the Matrix movies. I had the Matrix video game on my Xbox.
Which one? Path of Neo?
Not the Neo one.
That was fun.
Because apparently that one was the bad one.
No.
Or was it my one that was the bad one?
Your one was the bad one.
Really?
Path of Neo was incredible.
Yeah.
Path of Neo started the first mission in Path of Neo. Remember at the end of the Matrix when they're in the tower and they're fighting in the tower with the military dudes? That was the first mission in Path of Neo, and it was a wave mission. So as long as you survived, the waves got harder and you got to keep fighting. So if you did a rerun of the game afterwards and you were like really good at fighting, you could just go on for hours until the agent showed up.
I wanted that one. Because I had it on my original Xbox. The other one, which was, I'll go back and play it maybe, but it was still decent in my childhood memories. Fun, you would just step back and shoot the agents and do somersaults and kick and punch, and there was some. There's a part in this story. Who's that? Okay, it's been such a long time. That chick that Neo has to kiss.
That is
the really hot lady.
Yeah, with the big boobs.
Yeah.
I know her name. I forgot her name.
In the game... Oh, man, I'm so sorry, guys. I forgot all their names. Who was the chick that Morpheus was going out with, but then they, broke up?
Niobe.
Yeah, so you play as Niobe and one of the other people. Niobe kisses the hot chick in a cutscene.
Why couldn't they film that in real life?
They did. So, because there's...
I gotta use the internet quickly.
But here's the awkward bit. So I played all that game, no intrusions at all, except for that one scene where they go up and kiss, and my mum came in to vacuum the moment, and they're just like, and she was like, "What are you playing?" And I was like, "Mom, it's because I selected her as a character and they've done it." It was the most embarrassing thing, but I still got to play it. I showed them, look, the rest of the game's just all this. There's just this one part. I understand. And yada, yada. We had a very mature conversation about it. It was just very funny that happened.
Nathan, the world is built on rules. Some can be bent, some can be broken, but butter toast will always land butter down. A cat will always land on its feet. Your parents will always walk in and ask if you're winning right when the titties come out. That's just how reality works.
And I learned that from experience.
It's not our job to question these things. It's not our job to wonder what deja vu is, okay? We just have to accept the fact that when titties come out, the parents walk in. I think it's a defense mechanism from the parents. They get a spidey sense.
Yeah.
A titty sense, okay? They're like, oh, what's that? Anyway.
But yeah, that happened. But it was still a fun game, and the Matrix games were good. And I also heard... Okay, I've been reading random things online, on Twitter, obviously, because that's my go-to for discourse.
Yep, not me.
It's okay, though, because I always take it with a grain of salt. Except for the game dev stuff, because that's...
It's all true. Abandoned is Silent Hill, guys. 2 more weeks.
They've been saying that for a month now.
They've been saying 2 more weeks for a month now?
They've been saying 2 more weeks for ages. They keep delaying it.
Yep.
What was I talking about? Oh, because apparently there's a game, Matrix Online.
Yep.
And Morpheus dies in that.
Yes and no.
And apparently it's canon, and that's why I haven't seen him in The Matrix 4.
Well, apparently he's not dead as well. He
I hope he's not.
Didn't die.
I just hope that he's in it.
You'd think if it was an MMO, you'd have a choice there, but no.
Yeah. Well, any closing remarks, Oz?
Yes. Bend the spoon.
How do you do it? It's like...
Doing it wrong. Doing it wrong. Here.
We're doing it right, Oz?
Show me.
Show me, Oz. Show me the ways.
Yeah.
Oh! Oz. There is no spoon.
There is no spoon. Me at night. Me in the morning.
That's so inappropriate.
Yeah. All right. Anything else? Closing remarks?
I want a new Matrix game.
Yeah.
I'd like a Matrix game. I reckon it's time. But I want it to be single player, linear story game where you just. Oh my gosh, Oz, are you having a rush? Yeah, you're seeing it all. Yeah. I'm conflicted, guys. I really am. I want this to be a good movie, but I'm scared that it's just going to be another Force Away. And you know what I reckon they're going to do? I reckon once it ends, they're going to set up for a sequel. We're going to get 2 more, or we might not because they're going to, fail at the box office. But I feel like they're going to set it up for more movies.
People are going to go see this movie.
Yeah.
I'm taking too many Red Bulls. I'm going to go on. Oh, that's better. Put CNN on, please. Put CNN back on. Thank you.
Okay. But yeah, those are my thoughts on The Matrix. I love The Matrix. I'm going to go see the movie. And when that comes out, hopefully we'll all be here to have a roundtable discussion on that.
We'll all be here.
Yeah. Well, because we're
We're
missing...
going to die? Oh, okay.
We're missing 2 guys.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah. They haven't got...
Where's Shattered Nathan?
I'm right here.
Oh, there you are. Hey. Where's Ben?
Well, they're both trapped in the Matrix still. We're the ones that got out.
Yeah, we took the... Well, I took the red pill.
Yeah, I did too.
You took a red pill?
Yeah, these are just M&M's, Oz. These aren't red or blue pills. Sorry to break the immersion there.
I thought it was a W. Oh, yeah, they're M&M's. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Oz.
I'm Nathan.
And,
We're the Game Knights.
Yep.
And, we wish you a good night.
Good night. Whoa! Oh, I just fell over just then.
Mr. Anderson.